Hey everybody, how's it going? Chris here. Got a lot of things to show you, and basically though I'm going to call this video a 3-in-1 spectacular. I got a tag video on a couple of contests I'm going to enter into this particular video. This is about the only time I got to really do it. I'm just really stretched for time, but you know, and I kind of got a splitting headache right now, but I'll just kind of power through that and go on through, get it done. I know. Taking some Tylenols, but it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know why. But anyways, first I'll just show you guys real quickly my winnings from a last contest from Absec1, which had a tremendously awesome contest. I mean, he got tons of entries and it was great prizes. It was wonderful. And I won something. This was the consolation prize, so I'm glad he added it. It was a really entertaining, you know, drawing, and I was just like, let me win, pull my name. And congratulations to anybody who did. So by the time he picked a third, I was like, ah, dang it, I didn't get any of those. And then all of a sudden he drew my name for the consolation prize, so woohoo! So I ended up getting a Batman Under the Red Hood 2-disc special edition, so that's really cool. It looks really interesting. And Green Lantern First Flight. So both of these I don't have. This one is also a 2-disc, I think. Yeah, 2-disc special. So that's really cool. Awesome prizes. Two things that I don't have. Waiting for when I have some time to watch those with my son, and then I'll unwrap them. And got quite a bit of stuff to talk to, so I'm just going to try to ramble real quick and power through this. So first contest I'm going to enter right here is with Spawn issue number 44, and this is to R. Dowdy's The Great Legends contest. He's got some superb prizes as well. I'm sure he's going to get lots of entries. This is for his 600 subs contest. So to show one of your scariest comics you've ever read. One of the earliest comics that I've read, and only horror type comics. Just freaky and otherworldly comic is Spawn. And when Spawn first started out, it was, you know, it was a dark hero, but it had, you know, big guns and you know, anti-heroism, a lot of violence, big and flashy. Then it started going a little more towards the actual horror and very moody, which it was before, but again, like I say, it started out very, very flashy, very eye-popping, and then it got even more darker as you went along. And years and years and years before issue 44 came out, the small town that I lived in, there were some kids that always came and visited their grandparents in the summer, and I ended up checking out a early Spawn. I think it was like 3 or 4, something like that. It was an early appearance of Violator, and I thought that was really freaky. Stuck in my head, and until you know, into my teens, and I was able to get to the city, and I ended up finding an issue of Spawn 44, and this is where I started collecting. It was so neat, so different. Art by Tony Daniel, and just very otherworldly, you know. In this one, he's emaciated and he has to get his power back, but he's just this gnarled, you know, skeleton, this emaciated Spawn. And I mean, there's this bear that shows up, and it's a fight with some of the angels in here too, but there's this bear that shows up that gets exploded. There's Violator transforming in this. There's what do you got? Worms and skulls and slime. There's just so many things, and very moody and very dark. It's very interesting to turn the pages and just see what's coming next, and you can kind of think of just the gore and the sounds. Like you can hear the wind howling and the creepy, you know, things that go bump in the night. It was just really, really neat, and that's what kind of hooked me on Spawn. And I kept continuing from here whenever I could. This was my early teens, so it was very sporadic when I was getting them. But eventually I had to get all the Spawns. So that's my creepy comic, and I have to go we go, still like your video, because the Great Legend says you have to like his video as well. That's one of his rules in this contest. Like his subs video, which I'll do as soon as I'm done with this, and show your scary comic. So that's my entry into his contest. Next, again, I'll try to talk quicker. Got a lot going on here. Into Captain Strange Life's contest. Hans, awesome contest you got going on as well. Some superb prizes. There's some CGC comics in there. Like Wolverine issue #1, the miniseries by Claremont. I got that as well. Mine signed by Claremont, but not CGC. So I'm really excited into this contest. And just Hans overall is just an awesome guy, and always watch his videos right through. Never miss a minute. I think he deserves every one of those subscribers, and probably on average his view count is probably much higher than most of ours. So this is for his 1,000 subscribers contest, and that is to show or talk about your favorite supporting character, cannot be a villain, and show a comic book with that character in it. So just save time, I'm not going to open these books and show you. But here's a variant cover of Weapon X, Wolverine Weapon X #1, which is supposed to have the first appearance. I think there might have been a cameo before or something. But according to most of the research on the net, this was Melita Garner's first appearance, which became Wolverine's girlfriend for the longest time now. A news reporter from San Francisco. And she's a really strong woman, very awesome. I loved her interaction with Wolverine. I love the relationship and what she was able to do. She's been around for a while, and she's done some very, very strong things. She's a very, human person. She's just a reporter, but she's been able to overcome a lot of things, and in her own right, she's, earned her place, I think, in comicdom, and just near heroism for sure. I mean, she's really got the skills to be, detective or whatever. Like, I'll explain that a little bit. But here in this one, she's getting, kind of roughed up by some thugs, and Wolverine ends up saving her. And through that, she ends up researching Wolverine a little bit, and does some investigating, and she ends up helping them in this one, because I think there's what was it, those adamantium men or whatever. They tried making clones and adamantium men or something. I can't quite remember. But anyways, through her help, she was able to help Wolverine, and she's been around through many things. She's actually helped Wolverine find out his real birthday. But she was there during Fear itself. She helped against a terrorist group. What else was she there? She was also for, what do you call it? Yeah, Fear itself. Wolverine Goes to Hell. She was there, and I believe with some of the other heroines, she entered Wolverine's mind to help get rid of the demons in his mind. So she was really there. The character, they wrote her where she really cared about Wolverine, really loved him. She kind of understood him, and she was just as strong as him, basically, but without powers. Like, you could see, her fear and her humanistic qualities really showed, but she was still able to power through those fears and do what she had to do for the greater good. So I really enjoyed her, and it really sucks that they got rid of her as Wolverine's girlfriend now. I think it was because of Mystique sort of tricked Wolverine into cheating on Melita, and I didn't really like that, and then they ended up breaking up, so that kind of sucks. But I hope things work out, and Melita comes back, but because she was a really great supporting character for Wolverine. I really like that. Okay, so that's the Hans' contest. Really awesome stuff. I mean, out of how many people are probably going to enter, I hope I win something. But But yeah, Hans is really awesome. Okay, and then quickly here, I better move this out of the way. A tag video. I got this stack of comics I'm going to go through really quickly, and I've been on showing a lot of these lately, sort of comic books related to this character or purchases related to this character. And this is a tag video response from the Captain Cummings, aka 456 Comic Man, aka Zombie Batman. And this is my favorite C-list character. I'm very fond of him, and yeah, sadly I'd probably have to say he's a C-list character because I think he doesn't get a lot of love, and probably not as well known as some of the other Charlton characters that are a little more prominent in the DC universe now. But let's go over it. This is Judomaster, my favorite C-list character. You've seen this one before. I've got this one PGX, but there's his first appearance. That's that one. Here's the next comic. I think I have some of these in order. I'm not going to list the numbers. I'll just show you the covers. But Judomaster versus the Mountain Storm. Judomaster, the traitor, taking care of Nazis there. There's a Thunderbolt backup in this one. Versus the Cat. And here's versus the Acrobat. I think this one comes first. Here we go. Judomaster, meet the Tiger. Judomaster's sidekick, which eventually becomes a villain in the DC universe. So here's Judomaster. He's back. Tiger Hunt. Plus a Sarge Steel issue or backup. I do have a Sarge Steel issue number 6 that has just a small, like, floating head appearance of Judomaster as well. This one is basically a cover swipe from a Sarge Steel comic. Issue number 92 versus the Smiling Skull, which was a Sarge Steel villain. And I think Sarge Steel, at least before the relaunch, Sarge Steel was in the DC universe here and there. The Acrobat returns. These are all from the 60s. Judomaster, this one's for Pop, the one that I got the 2 original pages for. And we have the last one, issue number 98. There's some dinosaurs there. And some other appearances. Once they went to DC, what happened? You know, Charlton characters end up getting folded into the DC universe because of event such as this. Crisis on Infinite Earths. He does appear here and there within this book. And on this cover, beautiful, beautiful cover by Alex Ross. Anybody who owns this knows what I'm talking about. Amazing. But on the back cover here, Judomaster does appear. Very teeny, teeny, tiny, but of course you're not going to see in the camera there, but he's on the back cover there. Judomaster is there. Yeah, so apparently in this one, Judomaster is killed by Bane in the same manner that when he broke Batman's back, he does the same thing to Judomaster. So apparently he's supposed to be dead in this one. But yeah, I'll let you know more on that in a minute. Issue number 7 of Infinite Crisis. I know he did appear in this particular one. So I ended up picking up the hardcover for the whole series because there is some appearances of him in there. Yeah. Let me see, while I'm thinking of it, there was also cameos in Len Wein's DC Legacies, I think, which was done in the last year or a little more over a year ago. He did. Let's see. Yeah, I know I'm missing some other stuff too, but this is the stuff I got together quickly. And thanks to Howler Mouse, I was able to find out in this book 1 and book 2 of History of the Universe. This is after, history after the, Crisis on Infinite Earths. They put out these history books, and there's some appearances actually in both of these books by him, so that's pretty cool. And I've always wondered why, like I read before, that once the Charlton characters got folded into DC Universe, that Judo Master was part of the All-Star Squadron, and I always wondered why would they say that. I've never read or seen or heard of any books that shown any adventures of him in the All-Star Squadrons, but in these books they mention and they show him within the group of the All-Star Squadron, so that's cool. So after all that stuff happened, they did have a few more Charlton stuff. This one, Justice League Quarterly 14 with a Mike Mignola cover, has some of the, basically a reunion with the Charlton characters, but sadly in this one there is a new Judo Master, and he really doesn't do much in this one. He really kind of sucked. I mean, while the rest of the characters went to this other dark world or whatever to defeat the enemies, he was on the other side, and they really never showed him much. But yeah, here they tried to, make a new Judo Master, which didn't really work out. And then that same different Judo Master only had one other cameo appearance in this, Guy Gardner Warrior issue number 29, which has a cool, like, fold cover, like you're opening up the doors to Guy Gardner's bar. I think it was Guy Gardner's bar. And then, this is where things get kind of weird a little bit. I can't remember what year this is, but obviously newer comics. I have 6 issues of this, which, when you put them all together, make a really big, giant poster. But issues 1 through 6 of The Law, Living Assault Weapons. And this actually brings back all the Charlton characters, and the Justice League gets caught in some type of time bubble, or it stops them anyways, freezes time or something, and I think it was all part of Tiger's fault, which was Judo Master's sidekick. He ends up being a bad guy in the DC Universe, and ends up being up to all the Charlton characters to save the day. They save the world, they save the Justice League. And yeah, so they bring back Judo Master, and apparently he was in the special land Nanda Parbat where time stands still. But I don't know, some of the histories there and all that is kind of messed up for me. But yeah, apparently. So there's the cover one with the Blue Beetle, the Question, Peacemaker, and you see this head here. This is actually Judo Master's, the original Judo Master's new costume. Rip Jaeger, and what was her name? Nightshade, I think, I believe. So here's the original Judo Master, Hadley, Rip Jaeger, in a new costume, which he says he dons this particular costume, which is the likeness of Tiger's original costume. So if you can kind of see there, Tiger's costume, and that one. And I think they mentioned in the original series, the 60s series from Charlton, that he took on the sun because it was a symbol of Japan, and they were fighting against the Japanese, and he kind of takes a symbol of his enemy. I don't know how to exactly explain that, but that's kind of what he says. Captain Atom, issue number 6, and this one, sadly, a lot of the stuff that, when I went to DC, I really didn't like it, and they just kind of trashed my Judo Master character. But this one, he really didn't do much judo. I mean, he has his head shaved, and he was just very zen, monk-like, and just really didn't do much but a lot of whining. So I think he did one judo move in there. Okay, I think this is all of the graphic novels or not. I don't know if there's another one. But anyway, somewhere within this series, Checkmate, I have 3 graphic novels here. King's Game, Pawn Breaks, and Fall of the Wall. And in this one, it's supposed to be the son of Judo Master, Thomas Jaeger. He's in this group, and there's one of the issues where, I think it was like issue 8 or something. But anyways, he ends up going after Bane in revenge for killing his father. So, which is weird. Like, you see him alive in the Law series, but his son, which happens to be homosexual, goes after revenge on Bane for killing his father. And there's a scene in here where they have Bane, really nice art, where he's breaking Judo Master's back. And then, in later time, a new Judo Master, a female Judo Master, which is here on the cover there. I believe she ends up showing up in issues 100, I believe, of Birds of Prey. So then she's in Birds of Prey for a while, and then she went to, was it the JSA series, which I have a bunch of those, not complete, which I should eventually now because it's ended. So yeah, so she was in Birds of Prey and then went to JSA. Yeah, I think that's it there for her. And her enemy ended up being Tiger as well. So here I have all the volumes of 52, because eventually in like little flashbacks and whatnot, Judo Master does show up. So that's why I end up getting the whole entire series of that, just for the complete story, and I have the appearances. And it's sad that, what do you call it, in this one, the Question dies just before he was able to get to Nanda Parbat, and then the character, changes into that one female Question, another female Question who happened to be gay herself. And I think she was in a relationship with Batwoman or something. She ended up becoming the Question. And then another one, Kingdom Come, there is a appearance in here earlier in the issues where another female Judo Master shows up but ends up getting killed very, very early on. Yeah. So I might have a few other appearances with the Judo Master character, but that's pretty much all of them. That's my favorite C-list character. And I'm sure this video has gone on long enough, so thanks for the awesome tag video, Cap, Hans, and what do you call it there, and the Great Legend. Love your guys' contests and whatnot, and I'll send those entries to you right away, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.